So the first two numbers have to be 16. Go towards the end. And then dot 17. So in the meantime, can somebody read this for me, what we have on the slide? Not you. Not you. Go ahead, ready, right? Yes, please. Let's start with the Sanskrit first. I'm joking. It's the English. Just the English.
Self-compliment.
Self-complacent.
Complacent and always impudent. Deluded by the wealth and false prestige. They sometimes perform sacrifices in the name only without following any rules or regulations.
Okay, did you find it? Can you read it out loud for me, please?
Self-complacent and always deluded by wealth and false prestige. They sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in name only without following any rules or regulations.
Okay, so what does self-complacent mean? Anybody? Okay. Royal Road to Hell. Self-complacent means self-satisfied. They're excessively pride, so they're really proud of themselves. Excessive pride, right? Does that sound familiar? The word pride? Yes, Ashvika? Where does it sound familiar from? Yeah, so previously we talked about pride, right? And that's, like I said, discussed previously. I don't know why I showed it like that. What does impudent mean? Okay, the answer is on the screen. Someone can just read it for me. Yes, sir.
Showing respect also discussed previously.
Yes. I just asked you what impudent means. So it's just being disrespectful, right? Very good. Good for you. For great language skills. Why do we need to show respect again? Very quickly, in one word answer. Please. Why should I respect you? Why should you respect me? Can't hear you.
Because God's watching.
Because God's watching. Okay. Why else? Why else? Well, so why? What if God's watching? And let's forget about God. Let's forget about God. Just from a very common sense, practical point of view, why should I respect you? Why should you respect me? You need help? Why should I respect you? Why should you respect me? Or why should you respect anyone? We all have the same feelings, also the same gods everywhere. So we should respect the God within her and everyone else here as well, and you should see the God inside everybody else and respect. And we've already discussed that. Out of this, I have told you to respect your parents, right? What else did I say when you have to respect your parents? What was the task assigned? Fall at your parents' feet. Now, show me a show of hands. Who has done it so far? At least once throughout this last 2 weeks. So we got the cool kids in this corner, they're too cool. We got some cool kids down there. Otherwise, everyone's pretty good. So please make sure, just go at home, show your respect, show your love, show your gratefulness to your parents. Fall on your feet, because we've been saying this from the start. Your parents are your first God, right? Without your parents, there's no point talking about Bhagavad Gita or anything else as well. Because without respecting them, we're not getting anything, right? So we've talked about respect. Now, this is something I've noticed. Your class is done early. You need to call home and tell your parents to come pick you up. Or you're calling your house and saying, pick me up at the other clinic because we're not here right now. How should you call and ask your parents? Do you demand them to come pick me up? Dad, class is done, pick me up. I'm the master of you. Is that how we talk to our parents? How should we ask our parents? Yes, what do you say?
When you're doing demand, asking we are asking a question. So you can hear from their face.
Well, okay, but the thing is they need to pick you up. They may not want to pick you up, right? That's your opinion, but they still have to come pick you up, right? So how can we phrase it? How would you phrase it in a very nice, polite, asking way to say, can you please, okay, I just said it. Hey, Dad, class is done. Can you please pick me up? Right? Class முடிஞ்சது. Question, can you pick me up? Not yo dad. Okay, I haven't heard yo dad yet, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I hear it the way it's just not one or two people. It's a variety. I'll give you this. Don't worry. I'll print this out for you. It's not just one or two people. It's quite a few of us, and this is something that should be corrected at home. If not, let's start correcting ourselves now, right? We're not perfect, but we can always strive to be perfect like me. Cool? Good? Okay, so I will be keeping out. Let's go back, see what else so we know what self-complacent, impudent means, right? We're deluded by wealth. What does deluded by wealth mean? Wealth. We all know what wealth is. We all want wealth. What do you think deluded by wealth means? Yes, sir?
Blinded by wealth.
Exactly. We're blinded by wealth. We're thinking that wealth is the ultimate reason for birth. Wealth is what we're here to acquire. Wealth is what we need the most, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We all do need money, right? If I don't have money here, I can't be standing here and talking to you. I'll be working or trying to look for a job. If you guys don't have money, if your parents don't have money, they can't afford to have you here, right? See what you said. So wealth is just pursuit of money, thinking wealth is the ultimate goal of life. We have a lot of people. A lot of our problems in life actually comes because we think money is the ultimate goal. We need money. We need a big house, right? We need a nice car, a nice luxurious car. And we need the best gadgets, the best TVs, the best iPads. And you know, Apple's smart. They know people are crazy. Every 4 to 6 to 8 months, they'll release a new phone, a new iPad. And we need to get the newest one. If you have an iPad 4, you need to get an iPad 4S, or an iPhone 4, you need to get an iPhone 4S, right? Is that the ultimate goal of life, guys? Who thinks that's the ultimate goal of life? To have the latest, you know, the fanciest clothing, the jewelry to come to class. You know, we come to class to pray God and learn about the glories of God and to make ourselves better people, right? So jewelry, bling bling jewelry is not necessarily needed. It's okay. I'm just picking on you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything. So what's the purpose of life, guys? What's the ultimate purpose of life? If money is not the purpose of life, forget about God. I don't want to hear God. Tell me, what should your purpose of life be? Yes? Your purpose of life is study. So what do you do when you're done studying? You're 30 years old, you become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever you want to be.
It's money.
Pardon?
It's money.
It's money, but I just told you it's not all about money. I'm actually going to give you a song to tell you life is not all about the money. Somebody new. What's the purpose of life, guys? Forget God. I don't want to hear God. Why is it? Why would you say happiness?
Because you get money and then you buy stuff that will make you happy.
Okay. So where do you look for happiness? Where do you find happiness in? You say you buy stuff. You get happy when you buy stuff, right? What happens when your stuff gets broken and gets old? Okay, so you're not happy. So you're buying the product doesn't give you permanent happiness, right? You can't buy one thing. You can't buy this computer and 20 years from now still be happy you have a computer at home. Can you? Because that computer will be pretty much useless at 20 years from now. Pardon? Parents' affection? What if you're 60 years old and your parents are, God forbid, not with you anymore? But they won't be able to show you their affection, right? No, don't get me wrong. You do need to be affectionate with your parents. But my question is, what's the ultimate goal of happiness, and why can't? Well, we said happiness, so just going into happiness. Where should you look for happiness? Living with your family? Okay, living with your family should get you happiness. What if you're out on work, on school, studying, and a greater cause needs you to live with family? Or your family just says, we know you like to live with us, but we just don't want to live with you. And they walk away, right? Let's just say that. Where should you be looking for your happiness, guys? Tell me. Give me some ideas. I don't care if it's a right or wrong idea. Other than money. We already said money can't be money or products.
Embracements from the skills you have in you.
Pardon? I'm sorry, I had no idea what that means. Can you tell me? Embracements from the skills you have?
Yeah, exactly right. Some people have what they're good at and what they don't, and they have interests as well. Which why they have colleges and universities with that course. So if they use their skills to learn more knowledge, well, they can use that and actually make something out of myself.
So you said basically knowledge. Knowledge. Can knowledge give you happiness? Because once you're learning, you say, okay, I'm done 4 years of university now. The next step is let's go get a master's. You get your master's, then you go do your PhD. Then you do your PhD, then now what? Academically, you're done studying. You can't do anything more. Right? So can knowledge give you happiness?
It's not only knowledge.
Okay, so what else would it be? Pardon?
Like I said, it's not really knowledge, but like doing some stuff.
So, I'm not trying to pick on you again. I'm just trying to say, where can we find permanent happiness? Other than listening to me talk. Again, that's not permanent, but still. What else brings you happiness? Living your life properly. What's property? According to Tirukkural, living your life according to Tirukkural is going to bring you happiness? Okay, let me tell you where you should find happiness. Right? What happens when you wake up? No, you can't always sleep. You'll just become really fat and not pleasant to look at.
You won't be fat because you won't eat.
So you can't just sleep, but you still need food and energy. Guys, let's go back to this. We should be looking for happiness where? Amongst ourselves, with what we have. That's where we should be happy. We should be satisfied and happy with what I have. Doesn't mean that you get lazy. That's not the same as being lazy and you'll be happy. If you're just lazy, you just can't be bothered to do anything. Right? You're just saying, I have a computer. It works. I have a car. It gets me to school. It gets me to work. It gets me to the temple. It gets me to class. Right? Apart from work, school, temple, and class, your car doesn't need to take you anywhere else. So your car is good. Right? Right? No. Why no? That's not important here. I'm talking about the important things in life. No, that's not important. Right? So the message is be happy with the car you have. Be happy with the life you have. Be happy with the house you have. You don't need a 10-bedroom house. Especially if it's just you, yourself, and your you yourself and yourself. Yes. You, your mom, your dad, and your brother. You don't need a 10-bedroom house, right? So basically, be happy with the clothes you have. Be happy with the binders you have. Be happy with the teachers you have. Just be happy, right? And then you never have to be disappointed. Understood? Because everything else will not give you permanent happiness. Now, what about profit at all costs? Is it all about money? Do you take money as an issue and say, as long as I get financial gain, I will sacrifice anything. I will sacrifice my morals, I will sacrifice my values, I will sacrifice my friends, I will sacrifice everything. Yes? No? One person says no. Everybody else says money is the end. I'll do anything for money. I will cut off my hand and give it to somebody if they give me money. No? So it's not all about money, right? So, okay, why did I not see that? How about this? Let me give you an hypothetical situation. You're running a company, right? You get stuck with all these chemicals. You get the opportunity to dump these chemicals in a lake and make more money by not disposing of it properly. Is that a good practice to do? Disposing of these chemicals that's going to start killing all the fish and all the frogs and the turtles. Is that a good practice? Does everybody know what I'm saying?
Disposing is free if you call a number.
No, I'm saying you're a company.
It's still free.
No.
There's a number you can call.
No, disposing is free if you're at home. You can get rid of. You can drop off the paint and stuff. Right? What I'm saying is you're done. You're painting your house. Right? Let's say it very more practical, more close to home. We paint our house.